Hello, my name is David Moore. I'm President and CEO of Serengeti Resources. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. I'll be giving an abridged version here and encourage you to book a meeting for the upcoming London One-to-One conference to learn more in more detail why we believe now is the opportune time to invest in Serengeti. I'm an exploration geologist, and as such, will be making some forward-looking statements. I think you'd be disappointed if I didn't do so. So why do we think now is the opportune time to be looking at investing in Serengeti? Serengeti is one of the few junior resource companies with an advanced resource stage copper-gold project and some really terrific exploration bets. My background is as an exploration geologist with over 30 years in the Teck Comenco Resources International Group. And for the last 16 years, I've led Serengeti. Quinn Harper, our chief geologist, has extensive experience in the Kemess Copper-Gold District. And Eric Strom, one of the latest additions to our board, is a very experienced mining engineer specializing in block caving, and is currently head of strategic studies at Newcrest Mining. Well, here's a snapshot of the company. 110 million shares issued, 10% owned by management, mostly by another director and myself, demonstrating a very significant stake that aligns with shareholders. I believe it's also important to note that since I became president in 2004, there has not been a share rollback. So the money raised has gone into the ground, demonstrating our commitment to generating value for our shareholders. Serengeti's current cash position is held 725,000 in Serengeti Resources, the PubCo, at the end of the August Q2 financials, and 823,000 in Kwanika Copper-Corp, the private company that Serengeti controls 67% of. The other 34% is owned by our partners, POSCO International. Well, I get lots of comments about the name Serengeti, but we've been based in BC for a long time, which is one of the premier mining districts in the world. Excellent infrastructure, favorable geology, and clear mining regulations are key reasons why that's the case. Well, here's what really sets Serengeti apart: a very significant copper-gold endowment. These resources are contained in a current 43-101 resource report, which reports tons and grade in an open pit constrained and underground block cave shapes that are shown here in the table. There's also this large deposit contains a significant high-grade resources, and these are shown in the sensitivity table on the right. And it's these higher grade domains that have been the focus of engineering studies on the project that were conducted in 2018, 2019. Well, that work showed that the project would benefit from increased tonnages of good grade material, both in the pit and block cave shapes that are shown here in plan view. This resource expansion initiative, along with near deposit brownfields exploration, was the focus of the recently completed drilling program. Assays are currently pending for all of these holes, but we have reason to be hopeful, I should say, that we've largely met or exceeded those program objectives. Regionally, the Kwanika land package forms part of a very large portfolio of properties owned or controlled by Serengeti. This includes the Top Cat property, located adjacent to the Lorraine deposit, which is now owned by Sun Metals, and Serengeti's 100% held, highly prospective Eastnev property, located southwest of Kemess. And that's what I would like to now focus on. As I mentioned, Eastnev lies just to the southwest of Kemess, just off the transportation and power corridor to this former producing mine. Over the last 3 years, we've amassed a very large block of ground here as a result of interpretation and follow-up of a regional government-funded aeromagnetic survey that initially drew us into the area. Our work here over the last 3 years has outlined a number of never previously explored or drilled attractive copper-gold showings with strong supporting geophysical and geochemical signatures that suggest district-scale potential. This view is approximately 1.3 kilometers across the main mineralized trend and shows the location of 2 principal copper-gold occurrences. And I would draw your attention in particular to the Goldrich KC showing, which in a series of composite grab samples demonstrates grades equivalent to the production grade at the Kemess South mine. We also show the outline here in yellow of an intense associated IP geophysical signature, which is characteristic of these porphyry copper-gold systems. In plan view, shown here, we've outlined a very large open-ended multi-parameter target, coincident with outcropping copper-gold mineralization that's never previously been explored in a district that's known to generate large deposits. I would further point out on the southern part of this view, the very attractive copper-gold grades in a separate area known as South Nub. This really is a truly compelling deposit scale target, and we look forward to getting a drill turning on it as soon as we can get in here next year. Well, that wraps up the Serengeti overview. I'd like to thank you for your time and encourage you to please set up a meeting or reach out to us if you want more details, and please stay tuned for pending results. Thank you.